So oftentimes people will just try to get two cars in front of the houses, and they block one of the driveways.
Living near the university on Loomis Street, Laura Lang gets blocked in a lot.
Almost every day.
After hearing feedback like this over the years, the Burlington Department of Public Works decided to change the rules on parking. Starting Wednesday, parking within 2 feet of any driveway in the city could earn you a ticket.
I definitely think it's needed. It's also needed not so much for parking, blocking the driveways, but for visibility.
City engineer Norm Baldwin says the new driveway rules were adopted last month, but they've been in the works for years.
Finally made it happen. We hope to make it life a lot better for those people that can't get to appointments.
Baldwin says big problem areas are near the university and hospital, places like Loomis Street.
People are parking either at the line, beyond the line, halfway through the driveway. People can't even maneuver around that vehicle to get out. And that's particularly challenging for streets that are extremely narrow.
Baldwin says there won't be signs alerting drivers of the change.
That should be commonly understood, similar to a fire hydrant prohibition.
He says warning tickets will be handed out and a violation will cost $75. A change Lang says is needed.
I think the law is necessary. The ordinance is necessary, so it'll help.
In Burlington, Keel Smith, NBC5 News.
You may also notice Amber Alerts going out in Vermont tomorrow. It's all part of a scheduled test. The Vermont Department of Public Safety will check out various components of the alert system. That means thousands of messages will get sent out to subscribers and posted on VTrans message boards. The department is also reminding folks that they can sign up to get alerts sent right to their wireless phone.
Let's turn to the weather now. Not all of us got the strange summer-like temperatures today. NBC5 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Tom Messner is live at the Echo Leahy Center for Lake Champlain. And Tom, it's a tale of two seasons today, depending on where you live, because some folks got the fall-like temperatures today.
Yeah, it'll drive a weather geek crazy days like today, Brian, I got to tell you, because the bottom line is the warm air never made it even into parts of central Vermont and especially into eastern Vermont. In fact, why don't we start you out with the temperature so you can see exactly what we're talking about. How about 50s, some 60s as you go to the east, but just a humongous difference as you come on back to the west. Temperatures topping out, at least so far what we've seen unofficially, 81 degrees in the Champlain Valley here in Burlington. All of northern New York, very, very warm today. Let's come on back to Echo, show you what it looks like here on the Burlington waterfront, because we had a pretty wild lake out there earlier. Seems as though the gusts have died off at least a little bit. But boy, it was rough out there earlier. And we're still looking at some pretty decent wind gusts around here. 86th day, we've seen 80 degrees or better in the Champlain Valley. It just plain doesn't happen around here this time of year. That's for sure. It shouldn't be happening. As a matter of fact, the last time we saw 80 plus degrees this late in the season was 37 years ago. As a matter of fact, just to put icing on that cake, do you know it snowed on this date 1 year ago? Just unbelievable stuff. You can see the flag is still yakking around and flapping around, and that's going to be the case, I think, for a while this evening. The wind is going to die off tonight. We've actually got some great news as we think about what's going to happen tomorrow, but in the meantime, we need to get through tonight. So we'll talk about that coming up. Also, we're going to learn a little bit about chemistry. I think we're going to find some pretty cool things to show you on TV with a professor from UVM. So a lot of stuff happening here on the Burlington waterfront. It's Tom Messner. We are at Echo. We're live, and we'll go inside and do those experiments and have your 5-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Plagued with rising expenses and financial challenges, Dartmouth-Hitchcock is now laying off 84 of its employees. Hospital officials say the layoffs are part of a performance improvement process. This comes after Dartmouth-Hitchcock experienced a $12 million operating loss. Officials say the number of layoffs was reduced from as many as 460 by delaying hiring or leaving some jobs unfilled. They say they plan to help the affected employees find new jobs.
A North Country hospital is getting a $1.4 million makeover. CVPH Medical Center in Plattsburgh is creating a brand new 35-bed long-term care unit. The hospital is waiting on a certificate of need from the state in order to begin construction on it. Officials say the majority of the unit's patients will include those who have special medical and behavioral needs.
And some of our skilled nursing facilities and our nursing homes in the area are not able to care for a more clinically complex patients. Those are the patients that we're going to provide care for before they get transitioned out to other nursing homes or back to home.
In addition to the new beds, there will also be a lounge, dining room, and an activity room. The hospital hopes to have the work complete and open the unit next spring.
Insanely close call. Next on NBC5 News, dash cam video shows a police officer narrowly avoiding getting hit by his own cruiser.
Plus, meet a man painting a clear vision of his life even as he prepares to lose his own sight for good.
And new at 5:30, see how a garbage dump will soon become a powerful source of savings for residents in One Vermont City.
Watching NBC5 News at 5 with Stephanie Gorin, Brian Colleran, and First Alert Chief Meteorologist Tom Messner.
All right, check out this close call. This isn't a close call. I don't know what is. This is all caught on a police dash camera in Minnesota. The officer on the left forced to jump out of the way when a driver slammed into her cruiser. You see the aftermath right there. The patrol car hit a concrete wall beside her and then rolls over 4 lanes of traffic. Luckily, the officer was not hurt in that wreck. Amazing. The driver of the other vehicle suffered non-life-threatening injuries.
The search is on right now for some brazen bulldog thieves in Texas. Police say 3 people broke into this pet store in Houston this past week, and surveillance video shows them grabbing these 6 bulldog puppies valued at a total of nearly $25,000. The pet store owners are offering a reward for information on the pups.
Well, scientists say last month was the warmest September on record. That's according to NASA's Goddard Institute for Space Studies, located in New York. The GISS says that September 2016's temperature was a razor-thin 0.004 degrees Celsius warmer than September 2014. That was the previous warmest September. This new warm record means 11 of the past 12 consecutive months, dating back to October 2015, have set new monthly high temperature records. Well, many of us were certainly feeling the heat across the region today.
Absolutely. Science certainly helps us better understand the weather patterns we experience. NBC5 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Tom Messner is live at the Echo Leahy Center for Lake Champlain. Tom, Echo is hoping to inspire the love of science with an event coming up this weekend.
They certainly are, and we're going to find more about that in just a minute here. It's just amazing the stuff that happens here because, yeah, of course, you know, we key in on weather day in and day out at NBC5, but there's so much more happening here at Echo and all around the Champlain Valley. In fact, Kaylee is here from Echo. Hello, good to see you again.
Great to see you again.
They already touched back at the studio on what's going to be happening this weekend a little bit.
Perfect,
Tell me,
wonderful.
Tell me exactly what we can expect. It's chemistry, isn't it?
It's chemistry, and it's Chemistry Day. We're celebrating some really incredible chemistry by doing some live demonstrations.
Nice.
Things such as explaining the reaction behind what happens in fireflies.
Oh.
We're going to explain some of the chemistry behind diapers today.
Diapers?
Diapers, as well as colors. Some color chemistry, too.
Okay, let's do it.
So, excellent. So this is Severin. He is
Hi.
a professor.
Hey, Severin, how are you?
Good to see you.
Professor at
Hi.
UVM, huh?
Yes.
Is this the kind of stuff you do in the classroom?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you
Not
going to do?
always, but yeah.
Oh, I understand that. Sometimes you have to
So-
give exams, and that's the part they hate,
Sure,
right?
sure, I know.
Hey, what are you going to do here?
Gonna show you guys how we can separate colors.
I got to get ready for this. Okay.
Yes, how we can separate colors. So we're gonna take. I mixed up these three food colors.
Okay.
And spotted them on this strip, and if we stick them into this chamber here, let's do that. We stick it in here. I'll rotate it to the camera again. See, there's like some solvent. It's not water. It's something else.
Okay.
It's like it's moving up, and while it's moving, you will start to see separating of the colors. All right.
And that's due to what?
That's due. So the different colors, they adhere with different strengths to the paper.
Okay.
And so the red color moves up faster than the yellow one, and the yellow one faster than the green one.
Okay.
So
Well,
and
that's pretty cool.
while this is running, I want to show you what's in diapers.
Diapers?
Okay, why your baby's diapers can absorb so much water.
I feel like this is a change because my kids' diapers did not absorb water.
Yeah, this is a new technology. So what I did is I took I think this is Pampers.
Okay.
I took it, ripped it open, and took out the powder which is inside. So this is perfectly safe. You could do this at home. We're
What is
gonna,
that powder? That's the stuff that comes in the diaper?
Yeah, it's a polymer, which means it's a huge molecule.
Okay.
All right, so it's in here, and we're gonna add water now. This is just
Okay.
clean water.
Okay.
So you're gonna take it and add a bunch
Okay.
and see what happens.
All right. How long
So-
is this going to take, would you say?
A few seconds.
Because I'll tell you.
Yes, it's already happening. You see?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on is it's
Oh,
soaking
yeah.
up all that water here.
Oh my gosh.
And
okay.
you see, you can
Oh my
turn it
gosh,
around.
that's faster than I
It's
thought.
like wonderful.
I'm telling you, that was not happening with diapers when I was changing diapers. I feel like that.
So look at the strips. In the meantime, the colors have separated.
Oh, yeah.
And you see, this is how it ran. The blue is at the bottom, yellow, red.
Good stuff.
That's
All right.
that's what we do all the time in the laboratory to separate things.
Oh, that's excellent. All
we
right.
use giant columns to do it.
Well, thank you so much. We've got more
You're
stuff coming
welcome.
up at 6 o'clock,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
Things that are going to come out of like this, maybe?
Yeah, we're gonna have huge, like what's called elephant toothpaste.
Oh, elephant toothpaste. I've seen that before. That's good stuff. All right. Hey, let's get to the weather here, show you what's happening temperature-wise. I mean, gee whiz, you talk about the tale of two areas. Yes, to the east, even central Vermont, it is much, much, much cooler than off to the west, where temperatures made it into the 80s today. I want to forge ahead here, let you know that on Storm Tracker, clouds are starting to thicken up to the west. They will continue to go from the west to the east, and a wider shot. It's all associated with a cold front that's going to go through. So we're looking at a few scattered showers out there tonight. Nothing major league, but boy, is it going to clear out pretty nicely as we think about what's going to happen tomorrow. So tomorrow's forecast, how about this? I know it's going to be cooler in the Champlain Valley and points to the west, but off to the east, you guys are going to have your day tomorrow as temperatures get into the 70s. Look at the upper valley, 72, but a little bit closer to the mid and upper 60s in the Champlain Valley. 5-day forecast, 68 tomorrow. It is going to be a really nice day. Hope you get a chance to get out and enjoy. Some afternoon showers, certainly possible on Thursday as clouds thicken up, 63 degrees. It's going to rain that night and into Friday too. Still some scattered showers, cooler on Saturday, scattered showers Sunday. We go from 50 to 47 degrees. Mix of sun and clouds on Monday. Tuesday, it's going to be partly sunny. Both those days, temperatures are going to be in the upper 40s. All right, guys, that's the way it's looking at Echo right now, and we know that we're set up for a nice day tomorrow. We also know coming up, we've got the Hometown Hero and more great experiences. Well, we're going to have that too, but experiments from Echo. We'll see you live from here in just a little bit.
Always a great experience at Echo for
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so what would you do if you found out that you were going to lose your eyesight forever?
One man decided to pick up a paintbrush and create as much as he could. The stunning results and his amazing outlook on life. That's next at 5.
Plus, retired Vermont engineer is spending his free time helping others draw up a better financial future. Meet this hometown hero coming up next at 5:30.
You're watching NBC5 News.
This is a brand new exhibit on display on the USS Lexington in Texas. It pays homage to breast cancer patients and survivors. This fighter jet was painted in pink in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's actually an F-9F Cougar and saw plenty of action as a fighter jet during the 1950s. This is the first plane exhibit ever to be painted pink and displayed on the Lexington. Very cool. A North Carolina man has gained a new outlook on life as he begins to lose his own eyesight.
And as Kristen Hampton reports, before his vision is completely gone, he's taking advantage of what he has left.
Is this black? No, that's green.
Painting isn't exactly easy when you can't see the colors very well.
This is how I spend half my day right here.
It's not easy when you can't see the painting very well either.
I know that don't look much like a house.
Brett Greer didn't really get serious about his painting until life started getting pretty serious with him.
When I started losing my vision, I really wanted to try to start painting.
Retinitis pigmentosa. It's a degenerative disease that's caused Brett to lose his vision. Soon it will be completely gone.
It doesn't look like a house at all.
He may not think much of his paintings, but somebody does. A few weeks ago, he entered a national contest sponsored by the Cleveland Sight Center. His painting was one of 3 in the country that will now be featured on Christmas cards sold all over the world.
If it makes somebody's day better, then I've had a wonderful day.
And that's why when Brett started going blind,
he
started trying all sorts of new things.
Like a tree in the wind.
Painting, music, pottery.
I wanted to find things that I can do when I couldn't see, that I could still do and still have a meaning in life and accomplish a goal of helping people.
His vision may be all but gone, but losing his sight helped him find his heart to help others. And you can't paint a picture much prettier than that.
I just want to help people. That's it.
Again, that was Kristen Hampton reporting.
He's got a great outlook. Coming up new at 5:30, water concerns are rising in the Upper Valley.
And another city has restrictions in place. Tonight, a look at how the lack of rain is having a major impact on our four-legged friends.
This is once where South Burlington dumped its garbage. Capped long ago, this site will soon generate revenue for taxpayers once again.
Happening right now at 5:30, final preparations are being made in Las Vegas for the final presidential debate before the November election.
Plus, a sign that the end is near for President Obama's time at the White House. He is set to host his final state dinner as Commander-in-Chief.
And a live look outside on our camera at the Echo Leahy Center for Lake Champlain. Burlington enjoyed near record warm temperatures today, but just 40 miles away in Montpelier, it was a much different story. We'll explain why.
This is NBC5 News at 5:30.
The water in a New Hampshire river is at record low levels. It's what sparked one city to impose conservation efforts immediately.
NBC5's Helena Battipaglia has more details on an ongoing drought. She spoke to one local business about their concerns.
It's the most important thing a pet store needs to keep its business afloat.
For the birds and the rodents and the reptiles, they all have to have water.
Because of the ongoing drought, Claremont officials are asking everyone to conserve water.
This is the first time that it's been this severe.
But Becky Lewis of the Claremont Pet and Aquarium Center is worried that could have deadly consequences in the long run.
The fish do need the water to survive and live so that they don't get overloaded with bacteria and stuff that could go toxic and kill the fish.
When the Claremont Public Works Department realized just how severely low the water in the Sugar River was, they say they knew they had to do something.
We get 30% of our water from the Sugar River, and we just want to be proactive.
Assistant Public Works Director Victor St. Pierre says putting certain restrictions in place now might save the city from difficulties down the line.
No washing cars, lawns is the big thing. We use an average of 30 gallons more per day per person in the summertime to water lawns.
The city also gets water from 3 local reservoirs. St. Pierre says they're not as low as the Sugar River, but the drought has taken a toll on them too.
The Whitewater Brook is at a zero flow right now.
He says although water-reliant businesses like the pet store should be okay for now,
it's very weather dependent.
Only time will tell when water supplies are replenished.
We can expect the drought to prolong till at least January 1st.
In Claremont, Helena Battipaglia, NBC 5 News.
All right, let's get a check on the weather with meteorologist John Hickey here. It really is, here in the Champlain Valley, we had a beautiful summer-like day.